Hey there, Bloomers and friends. Rev Kev coming to you from the Bloom office, as usual. I'm glad to see you out there in TV land. We are having a good time here at Bloom as the season commences and more snowbirds have returned. We had about like 7 or 8, I thought it was maybe around 10, first-time visitors last Sunday in worship. Some of that is because people are staying here as vacationers, and some of that is that people who are here in the community are finding us for the very first time. Church development consultants tell me not to get too excited until people have returned 3 times, so I'm always looking for that opportunity to welcome someone the second time and the third time, because I know at that point there's some connection going on between people who are here for the first time and the Bloom community, and it's something that's starting to be where they're connecting in. Maybe some roots are beginning to grow and connections are being made, and you know, that's a good thing. The way it goes in life is that we have a lot of people for whom Bloom is a way station or a visiting station, and that's a part of our mission, a part of our ministry, to be able to provide people with a spiritual and loving experience when they're here with us on a Sunday morning for worship. Last Sunday was a very special time with the baptism of Maggie Brake, and that was a very sweet time. We also distributed our Epiphany stars, and my word is a word that I'm still trying to wrap my head around, and I've got to figure it out. It's not anything like the words that I got in the 2 previous years, so we'll see how that works for me in the year to come. It was also an interesting time, and of course we had communion as the first Sunday of the month, and that's always a blessing in our time together. So it really was a substantive, quality, wonderful experience last Sunday. And one thing that was kind of unique and was Kay Anderson noted that it was the 10th anniversary of their coming, she and Dick's coming to Bloom for the very first time. Unfortunately, Dick was homesick with this terrible flu or whatever that's going around for folks, so he couldn't be there. I know how much that would have meant for him to be there, but it's also great when folks share their own personal anniversaries with us and the whole community, because that means we're in relationship with one another. And as we learned at a recent TED Talk last Tuesday at 2, the secret to a good life is having good relationships. And that's one of the things that we're trying to do also as a part of our mission. We also have something that maybe is a little unique for Bloom here in the Coachella as a church in the Coachella Valley, and that's that we do try to emphasize and celebrate and experience the Sunday of Martin Luther King weekend as Martin Luther King Sunday. And so again this year in Bloom's life, we are going to acknowledge Martin Luther King as a prophet and as a Christian disciple, as a leader of the civil rights movement, and look to his example as something that we can both appreciate, honor, and learn from. And as usual, we are blessed, so blessed, by the soul food brunch cooking of Chef James E. Daly III. And this year there's the extra special blessing of his niece Jamie, who many of us met last summer. Jamie's here in town and helping Jimmy, and going to be in our service for this Martin Luther King brunch, soul food brunch, this Sunday after worship. Everybody's welcome to that. We hope you'll join us. We do ask a free will offering for in order to help pay for reimburse Jimmy for the food costs that he incurs for the spread that he brings and provides for all of us. And as usual, we are asking folks to bring salads and cornbread. Choose cornbread or salad to bring to share with folks so that we fill out the table and have a nice, wonderful meal for people to experience together on Sunday after worship. So we hope you'll be with us on this important day. I'll be preaching, and the text is about Samuel and his calling. We'll be talking about the calling of a disciple, and that's certainly what Martin Luther King Jr. responded to in his life was his calling as a disciple in the way that he brought a message of nonviolence and inclusion to people throughout our land. Hope you can be with us on Sunday. It'll be an inspiring time, and as always, it is a time for us to continue to deepen those relationships that we have and to offer our relationships to other people so that we can all share, as the TED Talk said, the good life, a life of happiness in a better way in our own. So be with us on Sunday. If you can't be with us in body, please be with us in spirit. And as always, please keep us in your prayers.